this. Just checking that it's going for... Yeah. Alright. Shrine of Mastery should be fine. It'll help a tiny bit. Help a little bit. Where are you? There they are. Do have my enchantment still on? Yes, I do. Well, not my shield anymore. Stygian Scorpion versus Poisonous. Huh. Interesting difference, but alright. You say so. Gotta continue to... I keep on forgetting about that. I need to actually send my character, my buddy, ahead. What is this? Why is my earth enchantment on that? And not... Yeah, pet attack should be there, not the earth enchantment. Oh. Grabs a rebirth. Okay. Venom Sac, Bone Pile, which gets me things. Scholar's Embroidered Mantle. I doubt it's better than what I have, but I'll check anyway. Okay. Neither of those are worth anything to me. Whoa. Surprised they didn't aggro to me. That is actually quite surprising that they didn't aggro onto me. Alright. Doing enough damage, at least. good to see. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to talk too loud because my voice is a little bit sore, so I'm just going to talk a little bit quieter this stream because of that. These are sections that I don't think I've ever been to here. I don't think I've ever been to this section here. This is my first playthrough, but this is like my first playthrough officially from Acts 3 and onward. Oh, completely missing the fact that there's a shrine there. Oh, okay, hold on. There we go. Okay. Seem to be focused on my partner, not me. Or they're focused on me. Okay. Guess I was maybe just in splash radius and I didn't realize. I think this is the way I'm supposed to be going, so I'm gonna head over to the other way. Go check that out. Oh, whoops, this isn't even the right spot. Need to head even further over, I guess. Yeah, looks like it, right here. Okay. Oh, a bone pile. Doesn't look like it'll be anything I want. Yeah, no. Okay. Whoops. Where is my... definitely be careful here. Oh yeah, that poison does damage. Okay. Okay. This could get annoying. Poison they do is so bad. there's still one section to check out. Alright, I'm back. I am back to play some more. Rakotis Library. Okay. Okay then. Oh, that sounded like something important. Yeah, health potion and some gold. It's good.
I thank the gods that you are here. I have done everything I could to keep the beasts from the library, but now these things are everywhere, even in our archives below. These monsters are burning and destroying everything, with no respect for the knowledge our sacred scrolls hold. Please stop them.
Suppose I don't care either. Well, anyway. Alright. That works. Seems to work. Threatening a pyromancer with a fire spell. That's funny. Why me? Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Okay. Well. Anyway. Let's carry on here. Oh, somewhere cold. Okay. Where even am I with this? Huh. Let's grab this energy potion. I know, second time I'm pausing, but I need to, well, never mind. I guess I can wait. I could probably wait. There's others hurrying in and out the bathroom right now. I think I need to head this way in order to head down. I need to head down on the map in order to head down to the next floor, I think. Oh. Hold on. I'm gonna take a short break here. Sorry if you just popped in. I'm just gonna take a short break. Alright, I'm back. Looks like this might not be, or this might be the way to go down. This is the way to go down, then, yeah. I'm probably gonna have to, go back to make sure I explore the rest of the area. Enemies appearing out of nowhere. I forgot that's a trope that happens in this section. Yeah, no, this leads to another part of the library, which I don't need to be going to right now. Why is it me? Why are they targeting me? So hard, difficult to target, let alone this crud going on. potion. Oh, staff, that's probably useless. Yeah, it's lightning. And nothing important there. Let me just check. Yeah, nothing important. Okay. Oh, did I actually enter this room? Doesn't look like I actually entered this room because I missed this. Okay. Let's carry on then. A royal coffer. I don't remember them looking like that, but could just be me. That's a generic, right? No, it isn't. Okay. Well, I didn't mean to pick up either of those anyway. Well, the mantle actually I did mean to pick up. I wanted to check it out. Yeah, it's not worth. Okay. Okay, nothing here. Okay. Okay. Don't want to head through there quite yet. Unless, of course, that's the only place I can go, which it is. Let's throw this on. Massive mama bug. Okay. Poison. Please please don't, please don't, please don't take me out. Okay. Okay, okay. This works. I can handle this. Ow. That hurts a lot. Okay. Phew. Okay. That was cutting it a little close there. Nothing important there. Let's see what we get out of this. Nothing all that good here. Okay. Healing, healing, money. Hate that I picked that up because I'm not going to be using it at all. Can I like drag a pet or a potion to my minion? Oh. Aggressive. Aggressive should work fine. Scroll of invocation. Main quest updated the blindness of the gods. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. What about the side quests? Family heirloom. No warrior refuses to leave his post to search for a sword he lost. In the slums, which was passed down in his family for generations. He put his duty to protect the people of Rakotis above all else. Find the ancestral sword and return it to the warrior on Teru. Okay, well let's go back before I get to... Well, no. We can go back after I get to this next shrine, because then I can just press the one button to get back here. Okay. Head back to Rakotis, trace back through the slums again. Because I feel like I missed this the last time I played. Right here, I think, is where I'm supposed to go. Right down here. This is my first playthrough, but it's a little bit loosely called that because I'm experiencing it with a new character. Part of it that isn't the playthrough is Act 1 and 2. honestly. Act 1 and 2 aren't new to me, but everything else is beyond that. Okay. Somebody dropped the thing I'm supposed to be looking for here. Nobody dropped it here. Okay. Now to look for another spot. Then over here maybe? Let me go see over there then. Don't know why I picked that up. Whoop. Walking the wrong way. Oh, I can't go over there. Oh no, I can. Okay. Spell piece? Huh? What? The head of a spell scroll. Apparently a quest item, but for what quest? Okay. Where else? Maybe it's somewhere in here. Could I access something from here? Looks like I could. Looks like I might be able to. From right around here. Yeah. Right? Right? Not right there? Can't access there? Okay. Oh no, it's over here. That looks more like I can access. Yeah, here, but I can't. Cannot access that. Oh, I completely missed picking up the sword. Apparently. Okay. Is that just random debris? No. Where is it? Family sword of Anhero. Huge. Nice. Excuse me. Shit. Never changed the category. That's why. Sorry. I don't know where my brain went that I forgot to change the category. Okay, well, maybe there's something to this whole scroll thing. I guess I should check around a little bit more. With that in mind. Looks like maybe over there might be just some random debris I can push through. Oh, this is the wrong spot. I'm not referring to there. Over here. Nope, can't get through. Okay. kind of keeping my eyes open now. After that one little spot here that I didn't even realize. Okay. Yeah, I can't get in there. I wish I could, but I cannot. Well, let's teleport back again. Up. Go over there. Out of the way. Okay. Let's see if somebody pops up with a, hey, you got a scroll. You got a part of a scroll. Cool. Or something like that. Doesn't look to be the case. Let's turn in the sword then. Yeah, no one seems to be really thinking about the scroll that I have.
My sword! You found it! Well, I must thank you, warrior. No. I feel it is my duty to repay your kindness. Don't refuse. Take this.
Essence of the Ujata Forest. Well, now that I'm in Act 2, I can think about that stuff, I guess. The head of a spell scroll. That insinuates there's a body, there's a bottom and a body for the the scroll. Which I don't know if I like. Because that means that I could potentially end up finding more of a scroll somewhere in here. Maybe. If I just like run my cursor over these, just kind of check them out. Just make sure none of these are actually the things I need to be looking at. Yeah, okay. Nothing particularly unique about anything here. Nothing particularly unique here. I'm not seeing anything light up. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything light up there. Nothing there. Maybe if I take it to one of them, they'll say something. To the one who was worried about the scrolls and things. They aren't too far of a run, right? No, they don't seem to be, at least. Yeah, they don't seem to be, at least.
that, thanks to your help, we may recover a small portion of the library's priceless wisdom. We may restore it to its former glory someday. The fastest route to the Temple of Ta is through a secret passage located deep in our archives. I'm afraid the secret passage is below the primary archives in the library vault. It leads to the Hathor Basin, a stretch of desert.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this scroll. This head of a scroll. There's nothing in particular here that's speaking to me. Hold on, I'm gonna do a little bit of a research bit here. Spell piece. Crafting component required to access Primrose's Passage, a secret area. The spell is crafted using 4 pieces found throughout the game, each Act 1 near Rakotis. Act 2 in a cave northeast of the Jade Palace. Act 4 in the Great Hall of Propontis. I'm in Act 2 though. And this is Rakotis. Near the start of Egypt, yeah, okay. A cave northeast of the Jade Palace waypoint. Okay, so next act I have to worry about finding another piece of it. Okay. Not this act, so I can probably just throw it into my thing and be done with it for now. So Jade Palace and then Medieval Grove are the sections. Let's just teleport back. Okay. Time for the open world section. Asterisk. I'm not saying that one out loud. Oh, hello there. Who are you two? What is your purpose? Huh? Let's grab this before I forget. So I'm gaining extra experience from everything. 2 plumage drops. Okay. I'll take it. It's not bad. Okay. Okay. Keep them somewhat alive. Oh. Did I just get a blue drop? Are you kidding me? Stone wall. That's a level 18 equipment. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Spellbound crest. (21) regeneration versus 18% regenerate for the energy regeneration. 31% absorption of spell energy versus 24. Okay, and it's 23 energy leech resistance versus 32. It's not better, but it is pretty good. It's not bad. It's just technically not better. At least that I'm aware of. I know that now that we're into Act 2, there's going to be a lot more of the things showing up. The greens and blues are going to show up a lot more often now. Golden Scarab, huge. Okay. Nice. Okay. Huge. There we go. What does Golden Scarab give again? If you manage to get all of the whatevers of it. Offensive and defensive ability. Interesting. Kind of worth it, kind of not.
There's something out there. Something big that howls at night. They talk of camels missing in the morning and caravans being attacked. Nobody's sure what it is, but they say it lives in a cave somewhere in Wadjet Canyon.
Sure, so I'll go and
For all I know,
defeat
stories
that
about
then.
this giant beast may be true.
You do not want to travel these ways unarmed.
Yeah, okay.
Some say the monster, whatever it is, it's not just as
Isn't this guy supposed to be a merchant? Yeah, desert trader, old camel hand, and that person. Okay, that one. Okay. Okie dokie. Watch it, canyons. There's another shrine of experience. I feel like I'm a little bit too lucky with those. Getting a little bit too lucky with those. Okay. Okay. Alright. Excuse me. Let's get back to this then. Right. Forgot about that. Yeah, okay. I just have to kind of run along here. Try and encounter as many things as possible. Groups as possible. While I have this on. Okay. Oops. Well, I definitely didn't do a good job of that, I guess. Grab the potion. Okay. Okay. Da ba ba ba. Really? Just outright summons those guys? Distract from me, please. Ow. Okay. That was definitely painful. But not too bad. Well, let's see here. Oh, must have been an enemy my minion took out off screen. Killed off screen. Okay. Hey. Hi, Dave. Dave the Canadian. Nice to see you around, I guess. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. Get rid of them. Uh-oh. Oh no. Why am I getting shredded so fast? Am I getting poisoned or life leech? What is happening there? Yeah, I'm talking. My mic is low. Sorry. Hold on. Let me fix that. I'm also talking a little bit quiet to help conserve my voice because it is a little bit sore right now. My throat is a little bit sore right now. Is that a bit better now that I'm talking a bit more normally? Should I turn it up still? About there, okay? Is that good? Alright, yeah. My throat is a bit sore, so I'm going to be talking a little bit quieter sometimes. Why did I do this? Why did I choose that path? Running in without my elemental. And then I wonder why I get killed so easily. Yeah, this is my build though. Just generic stuff, right? Like getting the minion to distract and so on and so forth. Got my mini nuke. Just a random green staff. F4's garb. Green there. Green there. Is there any other blue? Cartouche ring. And I got the molten orb as well. Just to help me with my fire damage even more. Why am I not hitting anything? What? Okay, that was weird. That was a little bit weird. Oh, there is an anniversary edition for PlayStation. If it looks like the PlayStation, yeah. If this looks like it's the PlayStation version, it might be because I'm using the old graphics. Where do I see that? I'm using the original menu scene. That's why. So if it looks like I'm on PlayStation, I'm really not. What? Yeah, yeah. What class did you decide to go with? Because I could probably take a look at them. I have looked through all of the classes just because I have considered going into a different mastery. But right now it seems like Earth is really the only thing I should be focusing on for my playthrough. Warrior was your first character? Okay. Warrior. Yeah, Warrior's actually not bad. Warrior is the... hold on. Warrior is Warfare, right? Yeah. Warrior's a pretty good one. Yeah. I tried it out for a little bit. I got like halfway through the first act and I felt like it was just a little bit too easy, so I remade my character and turned them into I made a new character and and this is the one I'm playing now. I wanted a little bit more interactivity and upkeep so that I wasn't constantly just sitting there pressing one button. As for Warfare, I don't know what you've picked up. Probably weapon training, hopefully. Battle Rage is really good to pick up too. Yeah, let's put more into the ally here. Maybe? Hold on. I got 5 points this time? Why 5? Core Dweller. Yeah, let's just get Core Dweller up. Onslaught is basically the only thing you'll end up using as your normal once you get it. Get it up enough just because of the extra damage. Ignore Pain is nice, but yeah. Probably want to get up to 10 before you actually fully focus in on anything, just because of all the requirements and things that I noticed, especially considering you're using probably strength, dex, and if you get an element you'll want a little bit of intelligence so that you can support that too. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the where you should be going. Oh, okay. You have to use a different button for it. You can't replace it. You can't replace your normal attack with Onslaught? Alright. Is there anything more to this area? No, there isn't. Okay. Doesn't seem to be the case. Let me throw more into my intelligence here. I can just do a quick search, I guess. How to... I don't know if you can replace your normal this way, but apparently R2 is how you do it. It brings up a slot screen. Is this really the way I'm supposed to go? Where? No, well, I I got over here yet to check out. Really? Where am I supposed to go? Is it supposed to be that cave and I just missed something? Or is it like right here and I didn't go close enough? Where? I destroyed the beast. Maybe I go back to the person? No. Doesn't look to be the case. No. Okay. Neither of those are a cave. That's just a camp. Am I missing something here? Did I miss an area I could have gone? I don't think that cave amounts to anything, right? Hold on. Let me go check that cave out. Make sure I'm not missing something from there. May as well also see if there's unique dialogue. Yeah.
Wherever a Ted King goes, ancient horrors come to life. Seems that wherever you go, they're put to rest.
You found the scorpion man and killed it? Describe it. That's a heroic tale.
I know Conqueror is a really popular beginner thing because it's super easy to do. Conqueror being warfare, so warrior and defender. It's mostly just press one button, but because you're using a shield most of the time, you you get a lot of extra defense, and then on top of that, you get a few stuns. You're also, yeah, it's not too complicated to learn. This is probably where I have to go, given the fact that I haven't actually explored here. I seemingly have not explored here yet. I thought I did, but apparently not. Must have been a different cave. Yeah, you don't want to immediately pick a second mastery. You probably want to. I heard this was something that I heard for Titan Quest, but I imagine it applies to here too, or not Titan Quest for Grim Dawn, but I imagine it applies to this game too. You kind of want to try and get to you maybe want to max out the bar before you start, at least before you start on your second mastery, and just so you pick out the skills that you might require to stabilize your build and make sure you're not going to run out along the way. Granted, if you're going through all difficulties, then you'll have the chance to, but if you're going through your first just one playthrough, picking your second mastery halfway through the bar doesn't sound too bad. I don't know how many skill points you get in a general normal playthrough though. Like, to be honest, this is my second time going through Act 2. But Act 3 and onward is my officially first playthrough. I had a bow character that was just click one button and they shredded everything. You don't have to respec. I mean, if you like your build and you know how it works, there's a lot of artifacts that support you. The only the only build that apparently is really bad is Dream and Rogue because they have nothing in common, right? So Dream and Rogue has nothing in common and it's I imagine pretty fragile too. That's like the only build that is like, okay, maybe you should just start a new character. But other than that, I think any build should be fine for a first playthrough, theoretically. Uh, where are we here? Oh, I just completely missed the exit. And there is a character you come across that has like a blue orb above them, and they'll allow you to respec. So if you're feeling like your build is going a little bit haywire, not doing what you feel it's supposed to, you can respec at that character. Hold on, I'm gonna take a little break to stretch, and then we'll continue. Getting some more water as well. Alright. Alright. Where the heck am I supposed to go? I gotta be missing something somewhere. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, there's a bridge right there. Okay. Completely missed that. Ah, that sucks. Okay. Well, yeah. At least we got to take a good look at it, right? Just to make sure. Or I guess you did, right? Anyway, finally figured out where the heck to go. I was wandering back and forth because I couldn't figure out where the heck I was supposed to go. Sure enough, there's this place right here. Oh. Yeah, yeah. Health potion. Okay. Get everyone around here. And there you go. Experience galore. And I'm getting hit too. Ow. Resummon them at this point. Okay, carry on. Oh, right. These little side sections here where they can just be off in the water. The water and grass. You can skip a lot of the map just by following this outer edge in some of the sections of this act. There we go. I need more damage, but I don't want to do the farming I should be doing by looking through the shops for greens. Refreshing the shops to get greens. Oh, we have another hero. This is the most heroes I have had so far, by the way. Like, at least one hero every section so far. Not including the quest-related ones. That sounds awesome. Yeah, now that you can use Onslaught as your normal attack instead of your actual normal attack, it'll use a little bit of MP, but you can easily get some items that just give you a lot of, or it uses a lot of energy, but you can just get items to counteract that. And there's a few weapons too, like energy leech you'll want, so that you can constantly keep your MP up. I'm using MP because I'm so used as the term, because it's just the more common term used in games. In the games I play. But it's the blue bar. get a move on here with this. I'm only full clearing the areas because of the experience. Otherwise, if I knew I could handle without getting the experience, I would definitely skip full clearing these places. Okay. Well, yeah, that's different than what I read, but then again, you can't trust the first thing you read normally, I guess. Right, okay, I remember a tiny bit of this from my bow. I'm trying to rush as quickly as I can over to Act 3, because Act 3 is where the game is actually new for me. I don't remember much about the game for Act 2, at least, so it'll keep it a little bit fresh, but it isn't completely new. Hunga Munga. Hunga Munga. Hunga Munga of fire. It's too bad I don't use strength or dexterity. Yeah. Go away. Don't target me. The mage always seems to know who's best to target. Another hero, are you kidding me? How many heroes is this? They aren't supposed to be this common. Heroes are not supposed to be this common, what the heck? I think it works out to... It might work out to an extra 30 points. I'm not too certain on that, though. I don't know if there is a point where the skill points stop coming in or not, because I remember there was one or two games where that was the case. They just decided for whatever reason that after the base max level was reached, the only things you could put into was your attributes. I haven't actually reached max level, so yeah. If I had, I would tell you. Really, I would. I haven't reached max level at all, ever. Like, majority of the games I play, for whatever reason, I just stop at the end of the story. I don't think to go back through the game to get max level. This is going to be the first game that I actually try to get max level on, just because I'm curious about how strong I can get. Ay ay ay. They're not even getting buffed by an elite. Legitimately. Where is it? They aren't even getting buffed by an elite. It has to do with, is there a stone nearby? I think there's a stone nearby. I think there's one over here. Provides a huge radius buff or something, but enemies that are near the stones in this act for whatever reason get this like aura effect that I don't know if it's meant to be a buff or what, but they're just kind of sit there and they get this buff. That, or I'm just completely delusional and I'm not recognizing when there's a special character, special one around, which is more likely the case. Fireball. Fireball. Oh yeah, I have some stuff in here. I guess I should combine these just so I don't get too cluttered. Oh yeah, this. Okay, let's take a look at these stats. So 50% chance of 50% physical resistance. So reduce a physical attack by 50%. Okay. 17% pierce resistance. I have not heard of that. Heard of those. Of the Van Helsing one. I'll have to check it out, because I have been trying to get into these games a lot more recently. 33% chance of 3.0 seconds of stun, 10% chance of... Okay, 7% chance of one of the things below. No, all of those. Okay. 29% defensive ability retaliation, reduced defensive. Okay. And then 2 to 3 second stun retaliation. Yeah, no, that would be a really good defender skill, or shield. Especially with a 52 damage. And then this is just an overall reasonable weapon. It's a thrown one though, so I'm not going to be using it. It's a throwing weapon though, so I'm not going to be using it right now. Probably use it on my rogue. Anything useful dropped? Nope. Nothing useful. Cool. Alright. Well, we're at the next checkpoint here. I'll probably try to push for the next act boss. Not the final act boss, but the next major one. Yeah, okay. Play to the Nile farmers. Farmers in Egypt have hard lot. These poor farmers are suffering under nightly raids by a strange breed of monster. Part man, part reptile. Find and eliminate these reptilians. Okay. And I have to bring the scroll to the temple of Ta inside. Incise.
Have you heard? A fierce breed of monsters has begun attacking our farms. It's true. I was unloading baskets of papyrus from my boat when I saw them. They crept out from the marsh along the river, then attacked our village.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I mean, I'm running on pretty, like, really low specs. So, there are some games that I might just not be able to play. And I would have played Diablo 2, but then I realized that I got too used to the fact that I can hold down a button to attack. And I kind of forgot about that. That's not the case with Diablo 2. Unless they changed it in the... Yeah. Unless they changed it in the remake or re-release or whatever. But I was playing the original, which I had found pretty nice. I mean, I like the original just because of the older graphics. I prefer the older graphics over new ones, personally, with a lot of the games. Really? You people give me a quest, and then you don't allow me to turn it in. Like, what if I just walked away? What if I just did the quest and walked away, and they just lived in fear forever? Right? Thinking that no one actually fixed it because the monsters respawn every, like, what? Every, I guess, week, technically? Because usually around a week passes during each play session before you log it, before you go out and then go back in. Lightning damage, and I am not prepared for it. I'm gonna hate the Telkeen of this area, because if I remember correctly, it does pretty much only lightning and cold damage, or lightning damage. So I'm gonna hate the Telkeen of this chapter.
You must understand. Every year the river Nile rises. If it didn't rise, our crops would not grow. If it rises too much, our homes and farms are swept away. Not enough, and we starve. This is our life.
Okay. Alright. Oh, merchant. Perfect timing.
What brings a foreigner such as you to this place?
Sell this.
My
That'll be useful for when I make my defender. And I'll keep that for if I make a rogue, just in case it matters. Other than that, I can sell this. And I can... Yeah, I'll sell the lightning resistance even though I shouldn't.
thank you.
Okay. Let's head back to Rakotis. So that I can store stuff away and then, yeah. I think the first one is in Delphi. They have this symbol to watch out for if you want to respec. If you ever want to respec, they have this blue symbol above them.
Untie the strands of fate.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna actually respec though.
Your choices have been made.
Where is the banker? Banker is right here.
What? Do you need something?
Living band. Okay. Not really anything here for me for this character, I don't think. I kept some of this stuff just for the fact that I could use it. I didn't really think about if it's actually effective or not for this character. Throw this in, throw that in, rearrange again. There, that should do it. Throw that up like there. Okay. Throw those in. Throw this in there. Alright. That's 2 out of 5 for a golden scarab. This is supposed to... The golden scarab, you're supposed to be able to roll like a +2 to all skills or something on it as its completion bonus. But I just doubt that a little bit. I kind of doubt that. Touch of the Fool, Sunstone, and Essence of Yen Lo Wang's Bloodletting, which I think I have that. I have one of the 3 that I need for that. Okay. Back to the Lower Nile. Regen or no, healing. Okay. Temple of Ta.
Hail, good hero! Imhotep asked us to watch for you. Just yesterday, this temple stood whole and complete. And now, look, it has been ransacked by Telkin. We did all we could to stop him, but we were powerless against the ancient sorcerer. I do not know what he wanted. There are many mysteries which the Order of Prometheus guards, mysteries from before the war of the gods and titans. Imhotep fled when the Telkin came, escaping with some of the temple's most sacred texts. He left me with a message for you. He has gone to Memphis and waits for you there. Follow the Nile, and you will come to the great city.
We're going straight up across the ocean now to Memphis, Tennessee. Road trip. Yeah, it was nice meeting you too. Take care. It was a pleasure to meet you too. Yep. Thanks for the follow. Always appreciate the followers. Okay. Nothing too crazy. Just doing okay damage still. Kind of wandered out of my range, so wasn't doing the bonus, but was doing decent damage without it. Alright. Cool. That works. Alright. Ow. Dang it. What? What did you just punch? Just out of nowhere, decided to punch. Alright. Got an elite and a bunch of archers. Okay. Let's get rid of those archers first. Nice. Oh, trapped. And I walked into that. He should be okay against the scarabs. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mess up. Okay, that takes care of 3 of them. Doing good damage without me needing to be around as well. Alright. I'm just gonna summon a new one. It saves me the time and the worry of them dying mid-fight. Is there anywhere I missed before I go back? Doesn't look to be the case. Let's head down this lower section first. Well, actually, this might be a dead end up here. Let's check this out. Lightning! So annoying. Lightning dudes are so annoying, dude, man. Come on. Come on, you can all dogpile. I know you can dogpile. I've seen you dogpile. Come on. Save the game. Yeah. What time is it? Oh, it's already 1 o'clock. Wow. Hey. Yeah, I gotta get back to this, don't I? Gotta actually talk, so people know I have a mic. A little bit quiet, but that's because I'm, as one of the tags say, I have a sore throat, so I'm not gonna always be talking at my full volume, which is something I should be just saying in general, so people know whether they're in the chat or not, if they end up watching the VOD too. stupid lightning sorcerers. Should be putting the shield on my pet that's distracting everything, but for some reason I've chosen that's not going to be how I do things. Oh, acolytes and so on are finally starting to join the mix. There's more maggots just hanging out. Oh, spirits too. Okay. Okay, doesn't seem to be anything important that dropped here. I'm going to turn my volume up a little bit since I'm going to be a little quieter. I'm going to turn my volume up a little bit here. Just a hint more. Should be okay. Hopefully that works. Scholar's ring, okay. Whoa. No, 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 no. Ow. Fireball? Fire. Yep. Cool. Yep, and it's trapped. Of course. Real treasures are in the coffers. Over here. Are you kidding me? Depleting rune staff. Energy leech. That's it. And those generic things. Wish I had an ability to heal my pets, but I don't because I'm not in the nature or whatever other skill trees. Hello? Who? What? No, don't go after me. Hell. Set him to aggressive and now he's just running off into rooms where he shouldn't be. Brother. Cool. That works. Crest of inertia. Okay. Gold. 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 Should resummon them before I forget. Okay, there's just a chest here. Oh right, the enemies from here got lured out. Forgot about that. Nothing else? Nobody else to go after? Doesn't seem to be the case. Alright. That wasn't too bad. Did I go into the other part of the Old Kingdom ruins? Yeah, I did. I did go over there. What are you fighting? Hello? Hey, Gotta keep a close eye on my buddy here, because apparently he loves to run off. Nope. Set to normal. There. Right? No, set to keep him on aggressive. That way he actually does run ahead to take care of the enemies. Or not take care of them, but yeah. Make sure that they stay focused on him and not me. Whoa. Okay, that's the work of one of those special dudes. Where though? Where? Oh, we are starting to get a little bit on the overheated side, I think. Hold on, I'm gonna need to turn on my fan here because we are frames. We are frame. You can start to count the frames. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah. Should have had the fan on from the beginning. Okay. That should help a little bit with the heat that is starting to go through my characters or my computer right now. Actually, just gonna get a jacket on too. Okay, well, yeah, let's carry on then. This beachside jackal camp. Yeah, I think the fan is on a little bit too high here. Hold on. Okay. It's not on too high, it's hitting my face, which means it's hitting the mic, which means it's... Let me just figure this out here for a second. Probably hear me because I have the mic still on, which is why I did that. Everyone joining in knows what the heck is going on. Alright, hopefully that's about it. Hopefully the case. Alright, sorry. It's going to be a little bit loud here because I forgot to mute my mic. Hold on, let me actually do that now. Alright, I'm back. Had to adjust the fan so it wasn't blowing straight into the microphone. Pretty much straight into my microphone. Okay. Wait, hold on. Isn't this where there's a dude just hanging out here? Yeah.
That was a bit close.
Oh, it's a woman.
Yeah, that's great.
Necklace of Spirit and 7,500 experience. That's a lot. That reminds me, actually. Oh. So currently maxed out, it's 51 to 90 damage. 1617 health, yes. That's totally how you pronounce it. 1,617 health. 304 energy. They only have a base attack, though. Why would they need energy if they only have a base attack? Unless that 20 arc of attack is an actual skill. 51 to 90 damage isn't bad. I imagine there's a way for me to increase that damage. But they're mostly just going to stick around as a tank, so I'm not too worried. And a distraction, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, with them done, I guess I'm going to put more points into... I guess I put more points into the actual mastery thing itself. I guess. There's not really much else for me to put anything into at this point that I want. Buddy, calm down. They're gone. wait for the game to catch up. It's running a tiny bit slow. Just slow enough that I miss clicking stuff. Miss clicking on commons instead of the other things. Disease plumage, bone pile, okay. Kaboom. Where are these dogs coming from? These stupid hyena beasts. Just out of nowhere, hyena beast attacking my buddy and holding him up. Anything over here? No. The Memphis outskirts. We're almost there. We're almost to Memphis. Almost to Memphis. Alright. Amulet of Strength. I don't need strength. I'm not a strength character. Not a strength type. Okay. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. No. Okay. Oh no. It's the same thing that uh Oh no. Oh no. No. Bro, no. Please, don't, not me. No. Ugh. That is so painful. Bro, seriously. That is so tiring and so painful to try and defeat, dude. Ugh. I can try to do it on my own without my buddy, I guess. Because my buddy seems to just get blown to smithereens instantly. Did that actually hit it? Didn't. Not really. Oh my gosh. Okay, I am not dealing with that until the end of the chapter. I'm gonna have to remember that thing is there. Because I can't defeat that even if I wanted to. There it is. Too much going on there. There it is. Too much going on there. With that fight. Level 23 hyena beasts. Okay. Well. Ow. Again? So much stuff is just instantly deadly here. Hello? There we go. Come on. Get over here. Join the fray. Join the fun. Come join the fun. Alright. Save game. Continue. Okay, back to it. Alright. Alrighty. Can I actually go onto these docks, or are they just... yeah, they're just for show. Okay. The docks are just for show. City of Memphis. It's too bad I gotta leave the city of Memphis. Because I need to head on over here to do the side area first.
Good work. We are the poor whom all this stay. Others have walls and guards to shield them from the monsters, but our mud huts are overrun. We have nothing.
Turn this up just a hair here. Okay, cool. Now I gotta talk louder, because otherwise you're gonna hear my voice mingling with the game noises. Great. But, yeah. Ow. Oh no. Away with ye. Please. Please away? Away? Away. Away with ye, please. There we go. Okay, that was all of them. Was that really all of them? They have nothing. Yeah, looks to be the case. Alright. Seems good.
Brave warrior, you have returned homes to the homeless. You have helped the lowest of the low, whom the priests will not even acknowledge. Please, have this. Take it as our thanks.
Robust engraved ring. I forget what that does. Strength and health. Cool. I don't need it. It's definitely not for this character. Have to be level 15 or higher. Which means it's probably going to be one of the rings I use when I go back to my Conqueror. Whenever I do that. Whenever I decide to do that. Oh, I am running around without 1 shield, 2 friend. My pet. My good friend, what did I name my one Torm character? Grunkle Saurian? Yeah. Grunkle. That's his name. Hey, wait, no, that's a dragon's name. Never mind. That's a dragon species name. What are the names of those guys from Magic the Gathering that look like this? I used to have one of the cards for them. Huh. Anyway, let's carry on. Carry on before you get too distracted. Goodbye. Anyway, that's funny. It's a little bit on the funny side, eh? A little bit on the funny side. Just a little bit. What are these? Copperplate leggings I accidentally picked up. Cool. Just what I needed. Okay. Throw this, throw that, throw that, throw this, throw this, throw that. There we go. Set's Betrayal gives me pierce damage and piercing retaliation. Damage to undead, of course. Why not? Health and health regeneration. Vitality damage resistance, fire resistance. Health, percent health, energy, percent energy. That seems pretty good. Damage, electrical burn, and lightning damage. Okay. Yeah, Zeus Thunderbolt. Udjot Horus, armor. Okay. Prometheus' Flame, Artemis' Bowstring. I have 5 of the Dionysus wineskins. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Heracles' Might. 2 completed Venom Sacks. Like I have too many of these. Too many of those. And neither of those are actually worth anything, so I'll just go straight over here to sell them. Where is here?
I don't have
There
time
we go.
for idle
Sell this, sell that.
I'm too busy. I suppose you'll want to come again.
Off we go to turn in the main quest. Here's a side quest.
Have you seen Amanda? I'm afraid.
The missing brother. Okay, I'll keep out for somebody.
I am relieved to see you. I am relieved to see you.
Okay. 8,000 experience, insulated ring, which really isn't worth much of anything. I get a powerful ring and 10,000 experience. Sure. Oh, there's also, yeah.
I am Zadamak, the High Priest of Memphis, second in power to Pharaoh himself. The truth is, times are difficult. You see, what with the monsters and Pharaoh in hiding, many are beginning to doubt the priest's power. If our authority is not respected, there is no order.
Okay.
If there's no order,
People will panic.
there will be chaos and the monsters will take the city. Everything ruined. We have magic, but not enough to stop the monsters. Without authority, Memphis is lost. Egypt is lost.
Okay. Dude, I had to talk to you again?
Some troublemakers have started demanding that we show the power they believe we have. If you care to help, there is a staff of legendary power.
Okay.
I will pay dearly for it. With it, we could preserve order in Memphis. We could leave. We'd have a chance. See?
Alright. At least that gives motive, right? Before I was just clicking through and I was like, okay, okay, okay. Like I really didn't care. I really did not care. I need to find a new staff. A new staff that's actually usable. Because these really are not that great. I'm also looking out for greens, because shops can now have greens on a rare occasion. Okay. Nothing. Okay. Well. Let me just walk in like the sacred fountain thing. Because I can. Is there anyone else I need to worry about grabbing a thing for? No, nobody over here. Okay. Of course, I don't think there's anyone over on the left side. No, there isn't. Because I'm thinking of a different place. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different place. If you came for Titan Quest, sorry. I'm just about to wrap up now. I will be switching over to Torum though. It is a fairly nice MMO. Kinda Final Fantasy 14, but more anime, if that makes sense. It's like more cartoonish anime. And the mechanics are somewhat similar. It's got the status buff stuff and things. So if you're here for the Titan Quest, sorry, but I'm going to be wrapping up and switching over. Save game, exit. I didn't get the rejuvenation station, did I? The rebirth shrine. Okay, I guess I'm doing a little bit more Titan Quest because I want to make sure that I actually got that, and if I didn't, let's quickly go and get that and get the rebirth shrine in Memphis. Please tell me I got it. Please. 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 Is this it? This is it, right? Yes, it is. Okay. Alright, just give me a second. I will have Torum set up here. Fairly quickly. I am going to take a little bit of a break to make myself lunch though. So if you're looking for immediate action or something, then yeah. Sorry.